So this is the July.
It's still July. Oh
July.
my days. July's been a long
Vlog type podcast thing.
Us on video talking to you.
Is my phone straight?
No.
Is that straight?
It's straighter.
Yeah. So please enjoy the lovely view of the paint samples and also my mop handle and a random pair of bathers that belong to one of Jocelyn's friends, I don't know who. Probably not the one that threw up on himself on the fairground ride that I then had to drive home.
Oh.
Yeah. They all went to the
nice.
beach, like 5 of them, and I'd been at work since like 6:15 in the morning, and at 4:30, 5 o'clock, Joss said, "Oh, could you just drive everyone home, Mum?" So I did. To be fair, they couldn't have got home on the train even if they tried, because they don't put enough carriages on.
Yeah, well, like when Ben came down with his friends, and
It's like
took him hours.
It's
to get
30
out of
degrees in South Wales at the moment, so Barry Island where I live is heaving. There's just people everywhere, and the schools are broken up for summer, so everyone's enjoying the beach, which makes me cross because it's my beach. Go away, people on the beach.
And 30 degrees in Aldmoney is somewhere near 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Is
I had
it?
to look it up
Oh,
yesterday
I haven't got a clue.
because I was telling Kim on the phone last night, and yeah, so it's hot.
It is hotter than Satan's armpit, I'd say.
Well, I think the humidity's the issue, isn't it? If it wasn't quite so humid, it might be a little bit more bearable, but it's just, and it doesn't cool down at night.
I have a question.
Hello.
If it's raining, is that 100% humidity?
No, it's high humidity, but it's not necessarily 100%.
Right.
Well, there are gaps in the water. You're not underwater, are you?
True.
But
So what's going to be another 33-degree day is the day we dye yarn.
no, I've decided I'm going to go and join Jim on the tiles in the hall, and I'm just going to lie because I'm really tired. I might even have to have a little head on desk time. I'm not sure I'm going to make it.
Yeah.
Oh, these are pots of dye, by the way, that are
Stacked up.
blocking your view of me.
So we're dyeing yarn for the August retreat gift bags.
Woohoo!
So the saving
like
grace
this
is, it's not Cartreve yarn because that takes a lot longer to dye.
Yeah, it's white yarn,
Yeah.
which soaks it up, so as soon as it's boiling, it will be done.
Yeah. So with a bit of luck, what time is it? It's 9:30 and we've already got 4 pots on.
They've nearly finished.
And they've nearly finished. So with a bit of luck, we'll be done dyeing yarn by 11 AM-ish. Because it's at its hottest kind of mid-afternoon, isn't it? By about 3 o'clock, it's disgusting. And we've both got stuff to do this afternoon at about that time, so we thought we'd have an early start.
And the air conditioning in my car's rubbish.
Yeah. And because it's been so hot, and if you live in the States or Australia, don't laugh at us, 33 degrees is hot. Neither of us have done terribly much knitting or spinning, so we were sort of a little bit, what are we going to tell all the society people about?
I don't think I could have spun this last few days. It just wouldn't have drafted.
I was just sad because I was really enjoying it along with watching the tour, and I spun that braid, and then I just stopped, and I haven't started again. So it is supposed to cool down Saturday. I think Friday is also going to be disgusting, but by Saturday we should be back down to low 20s.
Yeah, which is much more acceptable.
Yeah.
Mind you, my front room by the afternoon, evening isn't too bad because it gets the morning sun.
Oh, ours is the other way around. It comes in the front of the
And
house in the evening.
Given that I don't currently have back doors, there's quite a lot of ventilation. Oh, my house, my poor house. So I have plywood over my patio doors, or
Right.
where they used to be. And then I have a great big sheet stuck to the ceiling behind the plywood. And then they've done something which I think they don't want me to see, where the downstairs toilet was at the back of the kitchen. Because there are bits of plaster not on the wall anymore in my kitchen, and they've plywooded up that entrance as well. Exit.
Do you know, last time we recorded, we said, and at the end Jennie will talk about what she's having done, and I don't think we ever did. So I don't know that they know what you're talking about.
Do you not?
I don't know. Give them the short version.
The short version, I'm moving my mother in.
No.
Oh, okay. So, I have a decent sized house, but I also have a decent sized family, and a hoarding problem. Not exactly hoarding, it's useful stuff. It's not newspapers stacked up in piles in the corner, but I find it difficult to get rid of things. And so I didn't have room to move my mother in without either moving a child out or building an extension. And she was always all right with the idea of going into a care home until the pandemic hit last year. And that made her start to worry about basically being abandoned by the government if there's another pandemic. And so we suggested that we could convert our garage. Turns out we couldn't convert our garage because it would be a separate dwelling, and my mother could squat if I did default. I know. If I defaulted,
she's the sort.
Yeah. If I defaulted on my mortgage, she could squat and make it difficult for the building society to sell it. So it had to be an attached thing, and so we're just having this massive extension built on the back of the house. And I've had two. When did they start? May.
Beginning.
God, it feels like longer than that. There was a good 6 weeks of it looking like a World War I reenactment area.
It was pretty much the Somme.
Yeah.
Because it coincided with a horrendous period of weather. Just.
Yeah, and finding that air raid shelter buried in the lawn was a good touch.
Worst case, you could put her in there.
Well, we did say.
With a pump.
Yeah.
And a sandwich.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have apparently got an Anderson shelter under our lawn. Yeah.
So her house is chaos, basically.
Oh my god.
It's going to be lovely when it's done. But they're extending out over what was your patio.
Yeah. They knocked the garage down.
Yeah.
So,
they took that out, didn't they?
yeah. Which is fine because it needed doing. But yeah, so the garage was very old. It had like a metal frame and then concrete, big, not sheets, not
slabs.
blocks, yeah, sort of screwed onto them. But somehow over the years, the concrete slabs met neither the floor nor the roof, which was made of asbestos, and had holes in. So I don't think she would have been very comfortable in there, really.
Yeah. So as well as all the disruption of just having the back end of your house taken off, we've had to pack up a lot of her like nice china and books and stuff like this, just so that they can be stored out of the way so the builders can take the back off. So we've got a ton of stuff at the gym, haven't we?
Yeah, he gave me about, what did he give me? Like less than a week's notice. On Thursday, I think it was, he came and said, can you have the back half of your house cleared out by Tuesday?
Yeah.
What?
So I went in.
Tuesday, yeah. Well, Tuesday was when I had my job interview, which I haven't told them about. So, well, I told some of them about it at the end of the Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there was no way on God's earth I was going to be not getting ready for my interview,
Mm.
and I was in a bit of a flat spin, so yeah, my Amazon in shining breastplate came to the rescue.
I'd have gone with slightly sweaty lycra, but
Well, yeah.
that's modern warfare for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, they really didn't give you enough time, and the kids were still in school, so you were still doing all of that on top, and it was just a bit nuts. But
Yeah.
we got it done.
Well, you did. I just sort of stood and gibbered in a corner.
Fine.
Yeah, so half of my stuff is in the gym. A significant portion is in my other friend's garage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to go around Cardiff collecting all my possessions together once they finish the build, and then work out where on earth I'm going to fit them in. Because next thing, he'll give me 3 days notice until he needs the kitchen cleared out to do the stuff in there. So I really should get ahead of the game. And
They're taking out an internal wall. One side of it's like a dining room, back room. And the other side you've got kitchen units on. And you've only had the kitchen,
2 years.
yeah, I'd say 18 months, 2 years. And it's like, it's fancy. There's this magic cupboard. I don't know if you noticed, Jennie's very short. And so you open these cupboards, and then there's a little secret,
Slightly below average.
like with a tab on it, isn't it? And you pull it down, and this little shelf goes poof, like that, so you can reach all the things.
Yeah.
So they have to do a careful job of taking that down.
Well, and the motorised one as well.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that.
Because we were really sensible and kept to quite a strict budget, and didn't do very much fancy at all. And then when we've got everything that we needed in, I said, I need one bell or whistle. I just need something.
Throw me a bone.
Yeah. And so
The amount of time you spend in there, you deserve it.
we've got a secret cupboard, which is the back half of, now don't tell
I was going to
my
say, don't
kids,
tell anyone.
okay? And if you come to my house, don't steal my chocolate. So yeah, we've got this secret cupboard that's at the back half of one of the cupboards, and it has a button, and it goes and drops down from the back of the cupboard.
Magic.
Yeah. And while the kids know about that, they don't know that if you turn the plug off that's on top of it, they think it doesn't work. And it's stuck. So that's good. And then yeah, the other half of that is the bit that she really likes, and it just sort of, instead of shelves, there are these 2 trays on a pivot thing that pulls down. So I get to see all my spices and things, and stuff doesn't get left to rot at the top of the cupboard and be discovered 5 years out of date.
So she's been doing all of that. Plus, tell them your exciting news.
I've got a job.
I'm so proud of you. It's really good.
Oh, this last month has been, well, this last few months, well, year and a half.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot.
20 months?
I'd stop thinking about it if I were you.
Yeah, because I'll keep going. Yeah, because 22. Yeah, oh.
Anyway, good news.
What, you can tell them?
No.
You want to boast?
Do you tell them?
I'm going to be a teaching assistant. Only part-time, and like entry level, but I've been enjoying going into school and being with the children. Between you and me, I've always said I don't like other people's children. Turns out I don't like their parents. The kids are lush.
So often the case.
Yeah. So, given that parents aren't allowed in school, we're good.
And this is at Erin's school, which is literally right across the road from our house.
Yeah.
So it's
I have the
perfect.
shortest commute known to man.
It's about 300 metres.
Yeah, and that's once you get in the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gate's about 25. So, yeah. The interview was awful. I gibbered. I don't think I breathed or put a full stop in at any point in the half an hour. And I remember at one point thinking, just get the keywords in, just get the keywords in. And yeah, panicking. Because I'm a member of the governing body, I usually am on the other side of the interview process. And so I was listening to myself and just mentally shaking my head going, oh.
But it can't have been that bad because you totally got the job.
Well, the head teacher said there were nuggets in amongst the gibbering.
That's all you need.
And luckily they already knew me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They asked her to apply. They knew she was that good.
So
yeah, that was a lot of prep, wasn't it? The form was about 5 sides of A4, and then there was the interview prep, and then after the interview, the head teacher was away for a couple of days, and so it was, yeah, it was all a bit of a short time frame, plus builders, plus kids, plus.
Mm.
But yeah.
Yeah, and so last week I looked at as a sort of transition from being a parent at the school to being a staff member of the school, and so I took myself in to help out most of the days, and I went to the Year 2 Fun Day, and we had a tiki bar and cocktails, as you do with 7-year-olds, and there were a choice of 2 cocktails as well, a red one and an orange one.
It was basically squash before anyone starts panicking.
Disappointing.
I know it's yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. And an awful lot of pineapples, which I ended up chopping up on Friday.
Oh.
And trying to feed to the children before they went home. So, but yeah, so I was in and out all week, and it was really nice getting to know the staff from, like I say, from the other side. I met a kid that I'm going to be one-to-oneing. And he's really nice.
And you found yourself an online course?
Yeah, so just because I don't want to be bored, I thought, I'll study to become a level 3 teaching assistant from nowhere. So I started that.
Oh, you started, have you?
Yes, on Monday in the heat. I sat and stared at it for a long time. And then I thought, I can't do this reading it on the screen. So I printed it out and I stared at the paper for a long time. And I scribbled some notes on it in pencil, and then I thought, this is ridiculous, and I went and bought ice lollies instead.
Much better idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she's been really busy, but it's been really good. Progress is being made everywhere.
Apart from fitness, because it's too hot.
Actually, it's not. I think you'll find.
No, it's too hot.
It's too hot for her.
It's far too hot for me.
The
I
gym,
would literally have a heart attack.
The gym has been quieter, but people are still in training, and quite a few of my personal training clients are first thing in the morning, so I'm in at 6 a.m. most days, and it's still warmer than you'd like, but it's perfectly manageable. But yeah, yesterday was really hot, and I was in for about 12 hours, most of which I was on my own for, so I was a bit brain dead by the time I got back, which meant I didn't do kitchen clearing, because as I'm sure a lot of you know, if you dye with acid dyes like we do, you can't use the same utensils, and you have to make sure everything's super clean. And Dave didn't get his usual amount of housework done yesterday because one of the kids got a bit of sunstroke and was throwing up in a bucket. I know, and he's hurt his Achilles tendon, which is an old war wound, so he's hobbling around and needs to keep his foot up. So the long and short of it is, even though I wasn't going to work this morning, I was still up at about 5:30, just so I could get the kitchen in a point where we could actually dye yarn when you arrived.
But it was ready. I got here at, well, it's 4:08, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And straight on, and I'm going to go and check the pans now.
Should we go and have a look?
Yeah, go on then.
I'll put I'll put this on black and white so that no one can see the colours, and you can have a sneaky grayscale look. Okay, so this is our dyeing setup. You might have seen bits of this on Instagram before, but we just have a ton of induction hobs and some honking great big Dixies that I picked up from Costco. Does anybody else call them Dixies? Did we decide it was just me?
Dixies and Monkettes.
Yeah.
All you.
If it's a pan big enough to put someone's head in, it's a Dixie. Anyone else? Just me? I think I picked it up from Brownie Camp. I think I picked it up from Brownie Camp. Maybe it's a Midlands thing. Okay.
If it's a Midlands thing, my mum would use it as well.
I'm not sure Nottingham is the Midlands. That's north.
It's East Midlands. Has East Midlands Airport, isn't it?
Well, that's like saying Luton's in London. No, it's not. Anyway, take the lid off.
I think people in the actual north might disagree.
Anything north of Birmingham's north.
Oh dear me.
Hubble bubble.
Booty, booty, booty. That's done.
Is that done? It's so much faster than dyeing Cartrev. You have to boil Cartrev for hours.
That's done.
That looks done. Also, I think I like that one the best so far, even though no one else can see what the colours are.
Yeah. And that is done.
It kind of looks like jellyfish when they're boiling.
So, yeah, we'll have to get them out of the pans now.
Yeah, I bleached my sink especially.
Blinched it.
Blinched it.
Did
See?
you blinch it?
That's all clean and ready to go. And I got my fancy rubber gloves up there that Jennie bought me. They're fleece lined.
Oh, that's what you need this time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Okay, let me see if I can
winter,
balance this.
in the winter, it'll be, you know, proper lush, won't it? Proper job. Like.
Oh yeah, I think that's everything in view.
Right, I will bring them to you.
I will grab my rubber gloves for health and safety purposes. Okay, if you burn yourself, we haven't got any ice because I've used it all for Dave's Achilles.
You're fine. We're good. We're good. Stop prating. It's fine. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That was a bit too much lemon squash cordial.
I was being brave.
Were you? No, I can't.
I think that was the shortest dye session we've ever done. The quickest, and I think in large part that's because of the heat, and it was just like, get it done.
I mean, what is it now? It is 11:58, and we've been done since 11:15.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Gotta love superwash yarn.
Yes, it's so easy to dye, isn't it?
It is nice.
Just such a difference, which is good because any more braining today might just tip me over the edge.
Yeah, I think we'll finish recording this. I will do editing, but that will probably be our lot for today.
Yes, I might knit something brainless.
Well, I should work on my test knit that I'm doing, but it's DK colour work. I don't know if I mentioned that I was doing it on here.
Well, I think you should mention it again, just in
Oh,
case.
okay. I'm doing a test knit for Susan Crawford. If you've heard of is it the Vintage Shetland book and a Stitch in Time that she did? Those ones. And she's got a new pattern coming out in the autumn in Lane magazine. And I applied to be one of the test knitters and I got in. I can't show you. I'll put a picture up in the middle of the test knitter call that she put out on Instagram, because everyone's seen that, so that's obviously fine. And I'm going to be doing it in Cartrev DK in Coron and Material. But it's very hot to be knitting colour work. And I haven't got terribly far yet. I'm only sort of yay high. So it's not like it's sitting in my lap, but just sticky hands.
Oh,
and
yeah, just that, yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't worked on that for a couple of days. Well, a week. I don't think I've touched anything woolly for a week.
Well, I've done a couple of rows of my but only late in the evening in my cool front room.
Yeah.
And I sort of do a row or two and I'm permanently picking up the other end and throwing it over the back of the sofa, because I'm sitting sideways on the sofa, throwing it over the back of the sofa so that it doesn't have to be on me.
Yeah. But you finished that lovely scarf, didn't you, that you showed last time?
Yes, I finished the scarf for the school secretary, and I steam blocked it with minutes to spare and probably forgot to take a picture. So if you could go and look at the pattern page and imagine it blue instead of green.
Yeah. I'll leave a link to that underneath.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was thrilled to bits.
Good.
She is so knit worthy because she unwrapped it all. First of all, I'd wrapped it in tissue and I tied it up with some Coron Cartrev because I had a ball of it on my desk and I was trying to be all,
Fancy.
Environmentally responsible.
And fancy.
Yes. So first of all, she was thrilled by the wool that I tied it with, and she was like, "Is this yours? Did you do this?" Like, yeah, that's some of mine, yeah. And then she undid and she's like, oh, was this made on a machine? Did you do it? And I was like, no, hand knitted. And she's like, you didn't. All of that by hand? And I said, I dyed it as well. She's like,
oh, bless her.
And I designed it. And raptures, oh, bless her.
Oh.
She was so thrilled to bits.
That's what you want when you give someone a knit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there is, to be fair, there's a lot of knitting in a scarf.
Yeah. And my friend at the school was there as well when she was opening it. And she's like, you didn't knit. Did you knit this? And she said, yes, I can vouch for it. I saw her knitting it. So
Proof.
yeah, she definitely did.
Independently witnessed.
And afterwards she said to me, oh, she was so thrilled. You could have knit her a square and she would have been thrilled to bits just that you'd taken the time.
Yeah.
But she was really pleased with it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I'm really pleased about that. And do you remember I was knitting socks from Sock Blank? Red and
yes.
orange and grey.
Oh, you've been knitting this for over a year?
Well over a year.
Well over a year.
Yeah. Finished them.
Nice.
All
Send me
but...
a picture and I'll put it in here.
Ah, but you see, I can bring it next month.
Okay.
Because I haven't, I've kitchened, but I haven't gone along tightening it up.
Okay.
And I haven't woven in the ends yet. So
it's not finished, finished.
Like 99.9% finished. And yeah, so I can bring them next month.
Well, the anticipation.
And then they'll be finished.
Then they'll be finished. Oh, nice.
Yeah, 2 finished objects in
Yeah.
a month. In a busy month as well.
Yes.
So I'm proper chuffed with that.
Actually.
So I'm going to cast on some more.
Obviously. Good decision.
Yeah. Because I haven't got anything travelly that I can just have.
Now that you're allowed to leave your environs.
Oh, for now.
For now, yeah. Won't be holding my breath.
Oh, I know.
So what are your options then for casting on?
Well, it's funny you should say, but I did bring them with me.
That was my subtle lead in. You see what I did there?
You did there? Yeah.
It's like we planned it.
Okay, so at Easter, Catherine sent us the parcels, and I think it was probably last month that I showed what she gave me.
Yeah.
So I could cast on a pair of socks using this yarn, contrast toes and heels and cuffs and everything, or I could use last Christmas's or the Christmas before. I'm all out of whack with times.
I think it might have been the one before.
Oh my days. A Christmas's West Yorkshire Spinners Signature Sparkle.
That's the Silent Night colourway.
Well done.
Are they going to be for you?
Yeah.
Nice. I was just reading the label on the back, mind. It says Silent Night on it.
Oh, well done. So this one is Wool is the Answer, and it's called Popping Candy. And then the contrast doesn't have a label, but it's pink.
I vote the Wool is the Answer because it's caked up and ready to go. That would need winding.
For you.
Oh, can you find the end? Do you have that magic power that you can wiggle your fingers in the middle and find the end?
Yeah.
I can pull out like a ball, but I don't know what the knack is for finding the actual end.
Well, I usually can. You'll have...
There's too much. She's trying it now. You can't see. She's below the camera.
Pressure.
It's like the bran barrel at the school fete.
No. Pressure is...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's the outside. Hang on.
Oh.
That's come through. Hang on. Therewith, talk amongst yourselves.
I always end up with like pulling out a 20-gram clump out the middle. You got it?
Yeah, and that's not so bad, is it?
No, if you can pull from the middle, that way. I just can never manage it.
There.
Oh,
It's
well.
only like
Did it?
3 arm lengths. So,
Well.
choices now.
Yeah.
I'm quite drawn to the sparkly, not gonna lie.
Everyone needs sparkle in their life.
Because snazzy socks for starting, but then they'd be snazzy socks as well. Maybe I'd just got to knit 2 pairs of socks.
Maybe you just need to cast on both, yeah.
And they'll be part of my new wardrobe.
Yeah.
So I'm making and buying a new wardrobe because apparently I have to dress like a grown-up at school.
As in clothes, she's not making a wardrobe.
Yet. Never say never.
She sent me a load of screenshots of fabric, expecting me to say, no, don't. You're building an extension. And I went, yes, buy it in both colours and make us... what was it? A pinafore dress and an A-line skirt, and have you got any fabric to make a blouse to go with it? So she's had a succession of emails this morning saying all of this stuff's arriving.
Yeah.
But you need back to school clothes. Oh, how exciting. Back to school in September.
I've got my diary.
Have you got stationery?
I have my academic diary.
Okay.
Day to a page. I have coordinating post-it notes.
Obviously.
And I already have more pens than I know what to do with.
Okay.
So I may need a new pen or pencil, but only if I see a lovely one that I can't live without.
Fair enough.
Because I'm not taking my pencil with a pom-pom to school.
Are you not?
No.
Too precious.
Yeah.
Some child will have it.
Yeah. And did I tell you Erin was making presents for her teachers?
Yes, you showed us the fancy wadding last time.
Well, I need to send you pictures then of those because she did, and they were very well received. She's got 2 teachers, and the one that she's had for 3 years now was absolutely blown away and told her she should turn it into her part-time job and sell them for pocket money.
Are you allowed a side hustle at 9?
Why not? But no, she was thrilled to bits, and they turned out really well. The second one was a little bit wonky because she was rushing, but put a sandwich in it, it's fine. But the first one was excellent.
Yeah.
If I say so myself.
Oh, good.
So that was really good. And then, where was I going with that? Oh,
Sewing.
yeah. So I did that, and then we showed Erin's her teacher the pictures of the things that she'd made, and she said to me, "Oh, you are going to have the most amazing pencil case in September because with your sewing skills." And I was like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gauntlet thrown." So now I have to make an awesome pencil case.
I don't know of any pencil case patterns, but there's a bag maker pattern designer called Noodlehead.
Okay.
And she has lovely bags of all different sizes, like totes and beach bags and things, crossbody bags, and she also does small pouchy type things.
Yeah.
So maybe have a look there. I don't know if she has an official pencil case.
Well, I found a couple on Pinterest.
Okay.
I went and pinned some stuff. So, where is it? Oh, that one. If I wanted to go schmancy,
Oh
I
gosh.
could do that one with 3 compartments.
Yeah.
Or there's another one I saw ages ago, which is basically you do about 4 or 5 normal pencil cases, flat pencil cases, but you sew them together through the middles and then put a thing around the whole lot.
Right.
Could do that.
Could do that.
Or have I got the other one? Where was it? No, I haven't. Well, the other one I saw was really clever because it looks like a normal pencil case that sort of tapers a little to one end, and you can unzip it down 2 sides. So you unzip the short side, which is the top, you find out, and you zip down, and then the bottom is flat, and you can stand it on its bottom and fold the sides down, and it's a pencil pot.
Oh, I see. That's clever.
Mm.
Ooh.
Mm.
Maybe you could do one of each. One for colouring pencils, one for not colouring pencils.
Mm.
Options.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to need.
I
Probably
don't know.
only need a black biro and a pencil, and I'll be done. And I'll have this array
Yeah.
of
That's fine.
stuff.
That's fine.
There we go. So yeah, that's one sewing project,
Mm.
and then of course all of the clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to make the next one a sewing one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got a dress I need to sew. And when I was encouraging you to buy all the fabric, it's like buy one of everything.
Yeah.
Make sure you get
She
some in
really
that colour.
was.
And Jennie's dining room, she's got a lovely big dining room table, but it's up on its end to clear the back end of the house for the building work. So you don't have a big enough table to cut out or sew anything on. But I do, so we could maybe have a sewing day at some point.
You don't like my sewing machine though. You do need to remember that the foot
I haven't got to
creaky
use it.
thing isn't a rat under the floor.
No, that's okay. Might have a little bit of, you know,
PTSD.
Fine. Dave crushed it with the fridge.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's not a problem.
No, the foot pedal sort of goes when you push it down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And made you twitch every time I start.
Is that right? It'll be fine.
Oh.
It'll all be fine. We've
Oh,
been
well,
rat,
maybe we'll
we've
have
been
to-
rat free for quite a while now. You'll all be pleased to hear about that.
Oh my days. Well, maybe we'll have to schedule in a Saturday.
Yeah.
Of doing lovely sewing things with no pressure and just for fun.
That sounds nice.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. We'll probably not manage it, but it's nice to dream.
Yeah. No, I reckon towards the end of August, I reckon we should just do it.
Just do it.
Because we're not having any weekends away at shows this year. Get them.
I only really have one knitting thing to talk about, and I mostly just need to complain because at this point I think my option is to light it on fire and bury the remains in the vegetable patch.
Is it organic?
I don't know. So I've been knitting the, see, look, you can't see, I'll show you now in a minute. This is the Rift t-shirt by Jacqueline Cieslak. Not finished, obviously.
How did that happen? We'll get there.
And really lovely pattern, very size inclusive, and I was knitting it out of some Knitcrate Interlock yarn, which is a cotton, linen and something else blend, can't remember. Neither can I remember the colourway. Anyway, I had to go up a needle size and I was worried about running out of yarn, and I knitted a size smaller than I should have done. It's supposed to have a lot of positive ease, but because of my yarn requirements I knitted the next size down to have less positive ease. And I think the last time we spoke I'd made a mistake on the neck shaping. There's lots of options in the pattern and I continued on to the next chronological section, which I should have skipped and gone to the next one because if I wanted a V-neck. So there was a little bit of ripping back, but I finished the backs and the fronts. And there's a nice 3 needle bind off for the shoulders, which will be nice and secure. And I also, you pick up stitches all around the neckline, front and back, and immediately cast them off. So I've got a nice tidy finished edge, which I'm really pleased with. So before I did the sleeves, I went and tried it on, and it is a bit snugger than I'd like, but it's got rib at the side and I haven't blocked it. So I think the size will be okay. I'll probably have an inch or 2 of positive ease, which would be sufficient, although the pattern you're supposed to aim for like 6 to 10 or something.
Okay.
So I was knitting like mad in an attempt to get something off the needles before I started the test knit. And we were watching the Tour de France, and it was nice yarn to knit within the heat because it's not wool. And then because I'd been busy knitting all day and it was really hot and Dave and I couldn't be bothered, we ordered curry. Yeah. And Dave swears up and down it wasn't him. But I have curry stains. Now, to be fair, I haven't tried to wash them out yet because by the time I noticed, it had already dried on. So I just got really cross and I'm still sulking about it, to be honest. And I think... Oh, I thought they were on the front. No, they are on the back.
So you don't need to look.
So I don't need to look at the curry stains on it. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it out or not. And add in the fact that the size might not be quite right. And I'm so exhausted from not sleeping in the heat, everything just makes me really cross.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth bothering with. So given that it's a nice hot sunny day today, I might give this a scrub in the sink with some Vanish, put it out in the sun to see if that helps fade it. One of the knitters on Ravelry suggested spitting on it, and I was like, yeah, I'm at that point. And she was like, no,
enzymes.
The enzymes in your saliva. I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah. That's fine. Can I light it on fire after?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, fine. So, given that it's on the back, it's probably worth persevering. And I thought maybe if the size doesn't come out right, I could send it to Ruth, because she's littler than me, and it's fairly inoffensive as a colour.
Yeah, so long as it's got no...
I'd put the sleeve... I haven't done the
curry
sleeves yet.
stains
You have
on
to pick up and do...
I think that
oh,
would
no,
off.
no, only if the stains came out. That would be
Have
rude.
my food stained vest.
So yeah, so if the stain comes out, all I've got left to do is you pick up around the armholes and do like an inch of rib. But I've got quite a bit of yarn left over, so I thought maybe I might do a few short rows to make it a slightly longer sleeve, because I favour a bit more coverage because of sunburn. So yeah, that was that top. So maybe it's not quite as disastrous as I felt.
I think
Maybe I'll add a little update at the end of the podcast after I've had a go at it with some Vanish. But the curry was really tasty, so maybe it's
looking
worth
on the
it.
bright side, you know.
you're wondering what Jennie's doing, she's winding yarn. You've obviously plumped for that one first.
No, it's not obvious. It's something to do that I don't have to think about.
Oh, okay. Well, you've got other things to show us. That was the entirety of my crafting content, I'm afraid.
Oh. Okay. Tackle. So, the few rows that I have managed to knit
Oh, it smells nice.
have been
Because there was a bath bomb in the box when she sent it to you.
have been on my Adventuresome wrap.
Ah!
And
How have I managed to tangle it already? Oh no, I haven't. It's just the loose end.
okay, good.
Sorry, as you were.
Yeah. I'm still not much over halfway.
That's the Adventuresome wrap by Ambah O'Brien.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still not much over halfway, but you know, it's growing slowly but surely, and I did knit a whole scarf. So
It's such a lovely pattern though. I really enjoyed making mine, so just take your time and enjoy it. It's so lovely.
yeah, I am enjoying it, and it's becoming a little more intuitive now, the proper patterny bits. So this is it so far, and it's using Advent minis sent by my lovely friends. Have the best knitting group of friends in the world. And look, the ends are woven, but not trimmed yet because it's not blocked. So I'll trim them when it's blocked.
Yeah.
Weaving as I go.
Excellent.
I know, growing as a person. And
it would be pretty horrendous if you didn't mind.
Yeah.
So many sections.
Well, I'm knitting them in as I go, so it's
Oh right, okay.
yeah. But some of my Advent thingies had little badges in, and so I attached them to the yarn, and I've been sticking them on as I go. So
that was from Jeanette, the nude one.
yeah, and that's from Catherine because it says Nadolig Llawen, which is Welsh.
Happy Christmas.
I think that one must have been Catherine as well, the turquoise, because
Yeah.
you're lush you are. So there we go. And this is another Catherine one that I'm knitting at the moment, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've got the next two. I'm going to do this one, which is Lay Family Yarn.
Oh, that's a lovely colour.
Which is, yeah, and that's pretty close to what it is.
Yeah.
And that's got a badge on it. There's tea bag badge. And then I don't know what this one was, but it's pretty. So that's going to be the one afterwards.
That tea badge is from Catherine as well, I think. I got one, and I've got it on the front of my Cartrev cardigan. I keep it on there.
Nice. Oh, well, I'm going to have back-to-back Catherine ones then.
So are you going to do it as the pattern? Because I did a few more because I'm just a bit taller.
I think I might do a few more as well.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it would have been quite long enough as a scarf.
Yeah, because if I'm more than halfway, and even after it's blocked, it's not. Sorry, and it's on a wonk as well, isn't it? So
yeah,
it
has a tapered edge.
That's kind of half of it.
Yeah, that's not enough.
No. So luckily, I have a little bit of wool at home.
Do you have some spare?
Yeah. So I'll add in a couple of minis at the end. And yeah, so hopefully that'll have grown a little bit because I seem to have regained my enthusiasm for that this week. And the contrast colour that I'm using,
that could be your winter, your back to school scarf.
For when it cools down.
Yeah.
Oh my days, I'm going to be the smartest teaching assistant known to man. So certainly I'll be unique.
The woolliest.
The most handmade. Yeah. Yeah, this is the contrast yarn, and that was given to me by the lovely VFB, who's Louise. Hiya, lovely. Mwah. And it is by a company called Variable Difference in the colourway Hydrangea, and it's a BFL nylon sock. So that's looking really nice in between all of the minis to format little wavy border. So I'm really happy with that. And I've got my little bag that I keep in there with all the ones that I've used, because I'll put them into my square blanket after.
Yeah.
I'll regain enthusiasm for that, and that'll be the thing.
When you finish that, if you wear that with the socks I knit you out of the leftovers of my Advent minis,
I'll match.
you'll match.
Oh.
Oh my God, you'll be unstoppable.
Oh. Yeah, I will be so admired.
You will.
That'll they'll be like, okay, new teacher's a bit eccentric.
They're the best ones.
Yeah. But then the head has got images of me teaching everybody in the school to knit. She's like, we'll do knitting club. Oh, okay. One thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
And I keep giving her that look, you know, the sort of look, but...
I think you're going to be head of Welsh and craft within about 6 months.
Yeah.
Why am I still winding your yarn?
Because you're lovely.
I'm nearly done now.
Yeah. Well, you may as well finish it by now.
You might as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of being nearly done, I think we're nearly done.
I think we're nearly done as well.
Yeah.
We've done really... I think we can pat ourselves on the back today.
Gold star.
Yes. I'll send you one. I have gold stars at home.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Put those in your pencil case.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a little bit of tidying.
Yeah,
And,
the pans should be dry now, so we can put all the dyes away.
Oh, the kitties, have we?
Right, well I'm going to go and try and scrub the masala out of my top.
I don't think it's as bad as you think it is. I think you'll be alright.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit of a mark, but...
I mean, worst case, I could Swiss darn over the knits.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Bye. Bye.